time again. Here we go again. Messi! Mo Salah!
It's 3-0, it's game over.
The cross back in, it's a great ball, back pass! Oh, Western Sydney!
Hello and welcome back to another edition of the United by Football podcast. I'm Abs.
And I'm Thomas. Abs. Do I bother asking how your week was? Do I bother asking how your last 24 hours was? Or do I just let this beautiful man picture?
He came off at halftime. So
Much like Arsenal's titles hopes.
no, actually, I will get into that. But no, it was a good weekend overall. Been a bit of a tiring weekend.
How's work today?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I can't complain. But yeah, so let's get into it.
Talk to me.
I'm all for business today, mate. I'm not here to fuck around. So
I like Arsenal.
well, we'll start with the FPL standings.
All right.
So first place still Nicholas Agostino. Second place Mario Kovacevic.
You know what? Out of all the 6 weeks, that was probably your best. I'll give it to you.
And then a new third place.
The boy.
Tom Gacic, Sydney FC fan.
Tomislav Gacic. Tommy, mate, is enjoying Croatia. He's living the life over there currently. And he'll be glad to know that he's made the top 3 in the mighty United by Football FPL standings.
And as we've seen, you got Lightweight Athletic contributing to our prizes.
Always do. Good people are lightweights. Corner post as well. They're beautiful supplies.
And don't forget, UBF 15 for 15% off at Lightweight Athletic Club.
That's it, Salam.
Shall we get into it?
Should we get into the obvious raging question? Insight into how UBF filming goes. Normally myself and Abs, we have a little discussion on what we want to speak about. The boy Akmar gets involved in the script writing. For the first time in about 45 episodes, Salam grabs the WhatsApp chat and goes, I'm having a 10-minute rant. So I'm not going to speak. Salam, I'm going to say 2 things at the end of your rant. Take it away, my friend.
Okay. First and foremost.
You're on mute.
No, I'm not on mute, mate. Relax.
Take it away, mate.
Get over yourself, Chelsea. First and foremost, Michael Oliver, mate. Same goes for you, Chris Kavanagh. Stop refereeing with your emotion. Yes, it was a yellow card worthy. The second one was definitely yellow card worthy. But why are we giving out yellow cards like they're Christmas presents in the first half? You're ruining good games. You're ruining big games. Just to stupid decisions that you're making. I'm sorry, but you ruined what could have been a classic. It had emotion. It had fiery bits to it. It had football to it. Yes, Arsenal didn't have Mikel Merino. Yes, Arsenal didn't have Martin Odegaard. And Man City were without De Bruyne and Rodri came off. It definitely changed the game. But you're ruining it. Read my lips. You're ruining it, as they would say. When it comes to Man City themselves, get over yourselves. Erling Haaland, get over it. You don't turn around to a manager at the end of the game and turn around and say, oh, humble yourself. If Declan Rice turned around and said that to Pep Guardiola, he'd be done for. He'd be done for. And you know it. To turn around and say something like that's ridiculous. To turn around and give us shit last season for celebrating a draw and then doing the same yourself. What is this? They're rattled.
That's what I was going to say.
They're rattled.
They look rattled.
They look rattled. I've never seen Man City like that.
It's good though. It's good. It's good for you. It's good. Keep going.
I'm sorry.
Have your moment.
You're no longer the City you used to be. No other team in the Premier League could come to Etihad, park 10 like that. Look, we didn't want to do it. We didn't come to do that. But the situation changed. You're up 2.5 half time. You parked up bus, so just about almost done it. Fair play. You finally got there. But to have 28 shots in the second half, and really, at one point, I thought we'd done it. They just looked like they couldn't do anything. They got frustrated. Phil Foden came on, done nothing. Grealish came on, went out wide, actually done all right. But Arsenal just, you know what? Fair play. They done it. With Jorginho didn't come on, but Partey, Rice, Trossard in midfield. That's not very much in midfield. There's no real proper attacking creativity there.
Absolutely.
Okay? You had Rodri, you had Bernardo Silva, you had Gundogan. I'm sorry, but Kovacic came on, bro. He'd start for us if he was available.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, like don't tell me this player is not available. This player's not available. You have a squad.
I think, sorry to cut you off, I think this is one of the rare games where stats really don't matter at this point
No,
because the whole game outlook, the momentum, everything got cut in that 46 minute. So you can talk all the City shots. I think City had 33 to Arsenal's 5. I think, am I roughly
we didn't have a
around
single one in the second half.
there? There you go.
Yeah.
So as soon as I saw Trossard come off, likewise with yourself, it was never in my imagination that you were going to win the game. It was never in my imagination that you were going to go and score another. Unless, obviously, freaks happen, accidents happen, miracles happen, as they would say.
Yeah,
But I think this was a classic in the making. As you were saying, I think from an Arsenal City fan, I think it had everything. It had your tensions. It had the boiling points. It had the chances. First 20 minutes, mate, you could tell it was going to be a classic. My thing to you is that, okay, Haaland throws the ball at Gabriel. I didn't like it. Haaland throws some nice words towards Arteta and Gabby. If it was anyone else besides Haaland, because he's the golden boy of the Prem, like Mbappe was in Ligue 1, I think for me, that's why there's no disciplinary action yet.
no.
Arteta got some disciplinary action. The other players in the past have got some disciplinary action. But I think this is a case where if you're going to throw the ball out, make sure it's evenly ironed across every single player, every single team, every single official.
I'm all for it. You know, we haven't had a rivalry like this. Man City and Liverpool respected each other.
I'm going to say something now.
Yeah,
This is the start of a rivalry.
100%.
Yes, there's been important games before because you two have been the only contenders.
Yeah.
But now, in this game, what I saw, Abs, 90 plus 6, 7, 8 minutes, whatever. Let's call it 100 minutes. For 100 minutes, I saw a rivalry. I saw a rivalry where there shouldn't be a rivalry. Geographically, doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So for me, I think this is a genuine rivalry.
Yeah.
Whether you can call it between the Spanish managers, whether you can call it between the Rolls Royce versus the robot, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There is a rivalry happening and brewing, and it's already here.
Yeah, and it's been coming for years. You know,
I agree. Yeah.
about 3 seasons ago, we had the game where Man City won again in the last minute. Where Rodri scored this pretty much. I think Rob Holding came on for someone, and then he put it back 5 there.
Yeah.
Rodri scores in the last minute. It was brewing from there. There was a red card in that game. It's been coming, but this is the difference. What people don't realize: why are we copying shit for a performance like that? That's what burns me.
Because it's Arsenal.
Because it's Arsenal. Because you don't go up 2-1 at halftime at the Etihad. They haven't lost there in God knows how many years, and come out with 10 men and play attacking football. Dear God, there's not a single team in the world. Freaking Real Madrid last season, I forgot, or the season before, parked the bus at the Etihad.
Yeah.
Okay. Inter Milan parked the bus at the Etihad.
There's no shame.
But there's no other team in the world for that 45 minutes in the Premier League, bro. We willingly sat back. Okay.
What circumstances made you sit back?
I understand.
You're not Ange.
No. Ange freaking sits on the halfway
There you
line.
go. So
But there's no, I personally think, and bias aside, I think defense-wise who we have in terms of the depth there, it's one of the best, if not the best in Europe.
I agree.
Okay? Going forward, we're going to struggle without Odegaard, and it's clear. So Arsenal fans, get used to this. Don't be surprised if he goes 2-3 goals up in a game and just sits back.
Yeah.
Calafiori, Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, Ben White, Tomiyasu, Kiwior, Miles Skelly came on. He's a top player as well.
Right.
It's big ball. It's a big balls move from Mikel to take Bukayo Saka off and bring on another defender.
But again, situation arose where it had to happen. For me, I'm interested in that Italian model. For me, Abdul, the composure to hit it first time on your debut, full starting debut, by the way. The composure to hit it side foot as well.
Yeah.
As it's rolling.
Yeah.
23 minutes in.
I'll be honest with you. I've seen enough clips from him in Italy. The minute he lined that up, I just knew.
No, please don't be one of those people.
No.
Please be one of those people where
you go
the
back.
moment it left its foot,
Tom,
it's going in.
You go back, watch the replay.
Here we go.
The way he kind of turned his foot to take it and it just like caressed it.
I was watching the hair bounce, to be honest.
He's a beautiful man.
Okay.
He's a beautiful man. But it was a beautiful goal. And let me say this so people don't come at me, you're a biased Arsenal fan. I'm speaking on both teams' behalf here. That goal shouldn't have stood. I'll say it. He played it too early. He played on the advantage too early. You don't call a player down.
Yeah, I agree.
Tell him, do this, do that, and then we take the free kick. Look, Arsenal have a habit of doing that.
But why is arguably one of the worst referees in the English Premier League
Yeah.
refereeing the most high-profile game?
Who do we have?
The title-deciding game.
Because we don't have anyone else that's better. Chris Kavanagh's just as bad.
Sorry, both of those brothers. I'll give it to Jared Gillett.
Jared Gillett's pretty good, but even then, you got the Premier League standard. You either referee in black and white or referee in a grey area.
Ambiguous.
Don't just pick and choose. I haven't even got into Doku. Why is Doku not getting a yellow card for kicking the ball away?
I saw that. I understand that.
Bernardo Silva tells him to kick it away. Seriously. No, he does. You saw it.
For me, this isn't painting a good picture because Haaland didn't get a yellow.
No.
Doku didn't get a yellow, second yellow. Bernardo Silva didn't get a yellow for literally delaying the play, I think 2-3 weeks ago. And now there's 115 charges up against them.
I hope
now, one sec.
one of them goes through.
One sec. So those three already have happened in the game.
Yeah.
Do you really think those 115 charges are going to go through? Be honest with me.
Can I bring up a point?
Sure.
Yeah. This isn't the first time our good friend, the referee's name again, Michael Oliver. The last year's game against Arsenal. You saw it.
I know.
The Doku, just to let people know, there's about 3 instances in the last year that Michael Oliver has refereed a Manchester City game and absolutely just sent it Man City's way. Doku against McAllister, studs up, should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
Okay. Kovacic against Arsenal, two very yellow, borderline red,
both.
Nothing given. And I'm pretty sure there was a game against Manchester United.
Because what was the words he used in the interview after?
You don't want to ruin a good game.
No. Wanted to let the play flow. Let the play flow.
Follow for consistency.
So why are you calling both captains over?
Forget that. Why
Let
you
the
let the
play
game flow? Let the game flow. Stop giving out yellow cards like they're Christmas presents.
In the first half was disgusting.
Tom, you've refed before. The minute you start whipping out yellow cards in the 20th minute, you've screwed yourself.
You lose the game.
Forget that. Even to a ground roots level, you see it. If you start giving out yellow cards in the first half,
Of course, brother. Game's gone.
Mikel Arteta said it perfectly. He turned around and said, I expect to see 100 Premier League games with red cards. If you're going to referee like that, go for it. Consistency. I'm done with it.
It doesn't exist.
If we turn around and lose this league on the basis of games like this and games like Brighton, I'm done watching the Premier League. I'm honestly done. I'll sit there, I'll watch La Liga, I'll watch Serie A religiously. I'm done watching referees like this. And you know what? We'll get into the stats, we'll get into everything. After that game, we're winning the Premier League.
Oh, God.
You don't watch, Tom.
I'm at it.
You don't sit there.
Salam.
No. You don't sit there and defend like that and play like that at the Etihad. I was worried. In all honesty, I was worried. The next 2 months is going to be an absolute shithole because we've got no Odegaard, no Moreno. Mikel's just proven to me.
So is it how long is Odegaard out for?
I think he hasn't given us a date, but he said it's really bad. So it sounds like a couple months. Moreno's out for another 6 weeks. That tells me one thing and one thing only. Mikel's just proven to me that we could turn around and Jose Mourinho the shit.
Yeah, you can.
Sit there, sit back, hit them on the counter, score a few set pieces, call it a day.
4 tree trunks, brother.
That's it. Like I said, Calafiori.
Yeah.
I was surprised Ben White didn't play. I was very shocked. But Calafiori, Saliba, Gabriel, Ben White, Timber, Tomiyasu, like we said, Kivior. That's going to be the basis. That's going to be your foundation for the next 2 months until Odegaard's back.
And Moreno.
Bro, what do you think he signed Sterling? Just sit back, give it to Sterling. He might not be able to shoot, but God, he can run.
Yeah, well, obviously, when you get up there, players are going to follow with you, though. So, overall, I know you want to get into the stats. Overall, I want to just quickly raise something. 2 points dropped, 1 point gain.
2 points drop.
With all the circumstances considered.
But
Bearing in mind you couldn't change any of them.
no.
So, with all the circumstances considered and everything you're looking objectively,
Yeah.
2 points dropped, 1 point gain. Be honest.
We were up 2-1, bro. And to concede...
With a man down for 56 minutes.
I'll explain this to you so people don't turn around and say, oh, you're doing this. During the game, watching it, I'd say up until about the 75th minute, I'd say I'd take a point. Okay? By the time we got to the 95th, 96th, when David Raya made that catch and the Arsenal boys came around him, that point, I'm like, that's it. That's 3 points.
Yeah.
It looks like 3 points.
Yeah.
The minute they scored that last goal, I'm like, fuck, that's 2 points dropped, Tom. Yes, circumstances aside, but it's like you basically just about getting to where you want to be. We just about got there. And to say that we couldn't just hold on for one more minute, that to me is 2 points drop.
It's like a Croatia against Italy.
Possibly. It's just we didn't finish our chances. And I think Havertz had a chance in the second half. Almost. I think he might have been offside.
What was it?
There was in the second half.
Yeah.
I think
What was the name you mentioned, sorry?
King Kai.
Havertz.
Yeah.
Ooh. Just a little, get rid of the Havertz glaze for a second. Did you see my interesting stat for Kai Havertz
And
that I said?
Yuri and Timber.
So we'll go with Kai Havertz just for the UBF agenda. So Kai Havertz in the last 5, I think, or 7 Premier League seasons was the first player to not register a pass in 90 minutes.
Did you watch the game?
I don't care. Was the first player to not register a pass in those stipulations. There wasn't a 1 meter pass, a 50-yard switch. Nothing really.
Okay.
There was no stipulations on what a pass is.
Yes.
So my question is, did the brother actually touch the ball?
You got the stat wrong.
No, I'm just asking.
He made 5 passes. They didn't just connect. And neither did Yuri and Timber. He went 0 from 6.
Did the brother?
So,
did the brother?
Did you watch
effective?
Thomas?
Did the brother look
Thomas,
effective?
we're having a good night. Did you watch the game?
Salty,
Did you watch the game?
I got him exactly right.
No. Did you watch the game?
I did.
Did you watch the game?
I did.
That second half, Arsenal made about 33 touches of the ball.
In the first half?
In the first half, even then, how did we score our goals?
Amazing
No.
Amazing corner.
No.
Calafiore.
Calafiore, how did Calafiore? It went off the free kick, 1 pass, 2 pass shot
Martinelli.
off the corner.
Yeah.
We didn't really do much attacking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, even in the first half, yes, we had the ball, we hit them on the counter.
Yeah.
There wasn't much points of the game. I think there were 3 points in that first half where we sat there outside their box.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. Probably should have made 1 pass, 2 passes. But
Probably.
if you watch that game,
Probably should have as a Premier League football.
yeah, and neither did Yuri and Timber.
I'm
Listen, are you going to sit on the side of that, or are you going to just pull my leg? If you're going to pull my leg, I'm actually not bothered.
I got it good.
No. All jokes aside, because you're not
Who's on the back of your jersey?
You're not the. I don't care. You're not the first person to bring up that point. No. In all seriousness, you're not the first person to bring up that
I'm
point.
aware of that.
And if you really, anyone that brings up that point and says it knows nothing about football, with all due respect.
Please get him in the
Because
please get him in the comments. Please get him in the comments.
Because you watching that game, the amount of time I've never seen the football team sit there and clear the ball that many times. Ben White got to a point where he'd pretty much get the ball off the defense and just send it. He didn't even look up. Martinelli tried it a few times. We lost the ball.
Scared for the home leg?
No.
Is Kai going to get negative touches?
No, because people like Haaland, people like Bernardo, people like Rodri that speak a bit too much, it's going to come back to bite him.
Hopefully in the form of
like I said,
the ball.
For me, and I don't think I've gone on enough about what he said to Mikel. Like, you don't, to any Premier League manager, Pep or David Moyes.
I agree with you that there should be disciplinary action. I'm not condoning what he said.
And Karma's a bitch. It's as simple as that. Karma is a bitch.
Okay. Have you forgotten the yellow button exists on the podcast?
No, that's fine. But this will come back to bite them.
Okay. Hopefully
and Rodri's out for, let's talk about that as well. Rodri's out for a while.
The brother's back in Spain.
He's going to be out for a while, and I don't wish an injury upon anyone.
No.
But don't go yapping your mouth for that much. Honestly.
Do you want to touch wood so you look like?
No, knock on wood.
Touch wood.
But he was the one that last season sat there and talked about it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Bernardo's doing the same thing. And
Haaland.
There's a reason why I don't like Bernardo.
Good player.
Good player. I don't like him off the field. He yaps and yaps. Even when Liverpool won the Premier League, I don't know if you remember, they had the guard of honour.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's clapping them. He just sat there with his bottle.
Except Bernardo.
Bernardo Silva.
Piece of shit.
I'm telling you. So that aside, it was a great game. It's weird. I've never actually watched my football team sit there with 10 at the back.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about it. Pardon my French. Jules, you're going to have to bleep this out. It was and I liked it.
I love those performances.
And
speaking of and obviously we're not going to get there as our episode is not going to the City A this week, Abs. But fuck, McTominay looked good on his debut against your club. Just a real sidetrack.
Yeah.
The brother looked good, brother. He was doing Iniesta shit.
No, he did. I've always liked McTominay, bro, and I'm so keen for him and Billy Gilmore in that midfield.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Fuck, he would have looked good at Liverpool. I know they got the result 3-0 against Bournemouth, but he would have done a job there, brother. Seriously, no, I'm being honest. He would have done a job there.
And I've said it for weeks, and I've said they need 6. He would have been perfect.
Obviously, from Man U to Liverpool wouldn't have been good with the fans,
no.
But man, he would have done a job.
You know why? Because McTominay's style as a 6 is progressive.
I agree.
And being a former striker himself.
And Liverpool are a
progressive team, of course. No, I agree. And
he would have killed it.
They can't buy someone like a Rodri.
No.
They can't buy, they need someone more like a Rice, probably. Someone that can just drive with the ball and move forward.
I was sorry to cut off. I was talking to this Liverpool fan yesterday.
Yeah.
And he goes, we really wanted to sign Zubamendi. Didn't get him off the line. Probably he's not happy at Sociedad. They're not doing too good this league. Unlike Lucas Susic. Do you reckon Zubamendi is as progressive? I don't see it.
Look, I don't watch enough of him.
Okay.
But I take it he's very similar to Moreno.
I agree.
An 8 is good in the air. He's good in his challenges.
Liverpool need a 6, bro.
But they need a 6.
Correct.
They need... There aren't many of them left. That's the problem.
Dominic, brother.
With what they're looking for since Fabinho left, Tommy's not going to Liverpool. He's a United boy growing up.
I know. But I'm saying Liverpool style that would have fitted well. But
Perfect.
I want to talk about the goal, Salam.
Which one?
We'll get to Nunez's, the boys.
Before we move on, I just want to... Just a shout out to David Raya. I left that out before.
I love how we moved from Liverpool.
I left that out.
Ventured into Naples, and then we've gone back.
Because I forgot
to
to mention.
London.
Because I forgot to mention it before.
We've mentioned him on every other episode.
Well, after today as well. Shout out to that brother. Seriously. Thank you. Well deserved. Anyway, we can move on to Liverpool now.
Okay. Luis Diaz,
Yes.
the Colombian brother.
Yes.
For me, their best attacker this year.
Nah.
Yep.
Nah.
I'm going to go for it.
Nah.
Okay.
I watched that game. I watched it live. I watched all 90 minutes.
Amazing.
Okay. He had, and I was having a conversation with Matt in the car. He had that many chances beforehand, before he scored those 2 goals. He's wasteful.
I love what he does on the ball.
I agree. On the ball.
That brother is wow. Drives, not scared, takes players on.
What?
Love him.
Wasteful FC. Wasteful FC. I might come across as your biggest Liverpool hater. I'm not.
He's up there.
I'm not. I'm genuinely not.
All right.
But they waste that many chances, Tom. It's scary. And Bournemouth had a chance in the first 5 minutes.
Semenyo, brother.
It got caught. I think offside for VAR.
Great build up, but
Beautiful.
Oh.
Tom, they had chances.
I know.
That is not a 3-0 game. Even the commentators said it. They were up 3-0. They're like, if you were to see the score, you'd be like, oh shit, they're dominating.
No, but Salam, we established this a couple of weeks ago. Liverpool will cop chances this year. Liverpool will cop it, and it's a matter of time.
Yeah.
I'm personally scared when they verse City or an Arsenal.
Mm.
Very, very scared.
Because they won't give them the chances they get.
They got
And Liverpool fans, I'm talking to you right now. The minute the minute your games get harder, the minute you actually have to play proper teams, they're yet to play a half-decent team. I'm sorry. Throw Man United in there. They haven't yet played a team that has got their shit together.
Yeah.
Look at who we've played.
I know.
City, Tottenham, Aston Villa, Brighton, and who was the other one? And Wolves. Wolves aside, those are 4 top 6 contenders.
Fulham?
No, we haven't played
Oh,
Fulham.
sorry. Who's the other one?
Brighton, Aston Villa, Tottenham, and Man City.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, they've played nobodies and Manchester United. Okay, and you're copying chances the way you're copying. Last week, all it took was one player who could finish their chance, and they lost 1-0. Don't talk to me about top 4. Don't talk to me about top 6. I'm sorry. If the minute they lose 1 or 2 games back to back against decent, once their games get harder, they're screwed. Nunez goal, beautiful.
Beautiful goal.
Luis Diaz put it between the bloke's legs, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. But
Colombian
the chances that came before, they're not finishing their chances. They're inconsistent.
Does Federico Chiesa finish those chances? That brother came on, hit the post, early doors. Thoughts on Chiesa's debut?
I think he makes them a bit more direct. He straightens up their attack.
Okay.
When he came on, because I watched it, he came on, I could tell that there was a bit more...
He came on the right or the left?
The left.
Okay, come on the left, yeah.
I just saw a bit more straightened up with the attack. Like, he'd take the ball, he'd drive it.
More direct.
A bit more direct. But when I say straightened up, I mean, it's a lot less chaotic.
Okay.
Even though I know that's their style of play.
Yeah.
I just think that you need someone. Salah does it as well. He straightens up their attack.
Okay.
He gets the ball, he goes and bang.
He knows what he calculates what he wants to do before he actually goes there.
Yeah.
Whereas Diaz, I think, is a bit more... what's the word I'm trying to...
Laissez-faire. Like, is he
Okay,
like...
you tend geography, thank you.
What's it to do with geography? Anyway,
Economics, whatever the fuck it is.
English.
Thank you, Shakespeare.
It's more... he deals with what... He plays in front of him. He plays with what's in front
for
of him.
me, I like those players. I like those players that look chaotic, but somehow they pull it off.
Yeah, but it helps when you've got, let's just say, for example, like Diaz is a bit more chaotic. Salah's a bit more straightforward with his attack. And then you have a striker who can kind of play in between. Their striker isn't like that. Their striker's chaotic. Their left wing's chaotic. Their right side is not like, I feel like Salah's kind of, how do I explain it? He's not as clinical as he has been in past seasons, but it also doesn't help that the team's been a lot more chaotic. He's playing a lot more chaotic than he has been in the last few seasons as well. You know, Nunez is here, there, and everywhere. Diaz is here, there, and everywhere. Their midfield is open.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not expecting Salah to be the Salah from a few years ago.
No.
Because you had Firmino, who was a very good stabilizer in the middle.
Agree.
Mane, who was very much direct.
Okay.
And then Salah, who could kind of be the chaotic one.
The best years of his life.
Which is his peak years, but also have a bit more stability about him. So it's just the mix that just doesn't work for me.
Before we move on to my amazing club.
Yeah.
I think the only stable in Liverpool's team at the moment in their squad is their backline. And I think the shining light so far has been Alexander-Arnold. Now, there has been some transfer speculations, especially to Madrid.
Yeah.
Thoughts? Have you heard any rumours? I don't know where you would get them from. You and Fabrizio, ones.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? Do you reckon he's going?
No.
Why is it
They
coming out
crucify him in Spain.
now? I think he can adapt very tactically.
Not tactically. The problem is there's a reason.
Alexander-Arnold.
Alexander-Arnold.
You don't think he can adapt tactically?
I'm not saying crucify him as in on the field. I'm saying I don't think the fans and how he is and how he plays.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah. Obviously, if you throw him in that Real Madrid team with Jude Bellingham, with someone like Kylian Mbappe, he'll kill it. But if you look at previously, there's not many English players that can go to Spain and kind of handle it. Even players like David Beckham copped it over there.
Yeah.
You look onto
UK. I understand that, but I think if you just want to make that clear one more time, are you saying that he can't adapt or he can adapt on the field?
I think he can. I think the play is there, bro. I think he can play. You've got such a strong base in Real Madrid.
Yeah, of course.
That you can.
But I think he would add, bro. I think he would add.
I agree. On the field wise, tactically, I think he actually would suit them very well because their left back, you've got Ferland Mendy, you've got Camavinga that can play there as well. Their midfield stocks are insane.
Yeah, bro.
I just don't think the lifestyle and everything over there, and just the way the fans are, they're very harsh.
Yeah, man. I agree.
Like, I don't think they'd be able to go off and translate. Whereas Liverpool love him, bro. Liverpool, it's his hometown. You're not going to get that love anywhere else, and he's going to leave and he's going to regret it.
Okay. So you think he's staying?
So I think he's staying.
Is it time?
For Chelsea.
It's time set up. All right. So again, we don't do this very often. However, I'm going to say it now. I'm going to look like an idiot. We're getting top 6 this year.
I said top 4.
I think we're getting top 4. I think possibly we're getting 3rd. Now, listen. I have never been that excited to watch a Chelsea team. Never Salam. 6-2 against Wolves, 3-0 against West Ham. Something's happening. If Nicholas Jackson is scoring 2 goals and the brother is doing a lion celebration in front of London Stadium, you know something's gone wrong or Maresca's cooking something.
Yeah, look.
I don't know what that brother has done. I don't know if it's the Jackson meme after he's think, oh shit, I've got to save my reputation here. But wow, the brother looked technical. And we insulted his technical ability last week.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the podcast, Jackson. For me, I was shocked.
Hey.
One sec. I know you're right. One sec. So, Jackson, I said earlier on, I apologise to Moises and I apologise to Jackson now. Nicholas,
yeah,
keep doing what you're doing, brother. Palmer's having a big influence on the team. Yourself, Noni, Cole, Jaden's looking good as well. We're cooking, and I think we are cooking a top 4, Salam.
I agree. And I've said it for a while, not just last week, not the week before. I said if Nicholas Jackson can finish his chances, you have yourself potentially a world-class striker.
That second goal, the composure on the finish,
yeah,
little Travella Salam.
He's not the most technical. Even last week when I said technical, I didn't mean in the sense of he's like Messi.
Okay.
But he's got it there. It's in his what do you call it?
Stocks.
Repertoire or his stocks. Yeah. But the way he played is exactly what you want from a striker. You don't need to go out and buy another number 9. I'd be very surprised if he gets dropped because he's got the pace.
No, you don't need to.
He's got the strength. He's got the power, and now he can add the shooting to it. Okay. Bear in mind,
one game.
It's not that bad of a. I know, but
hopefully
it takes that one game.
I agree, especially for a striker.
Yeah, and I've seen it with, Havertz last season. It took that one game where he just kind of let loose and he went for it, and it built one-on-one. And Chelsea, for me, I said if they get their shit together and they get it right, that's a top 4 team. On paper, that's a top 4 team. I said it in the prediction video about 2 months ago. I said Chelsea will finish 4th. Okay? Aston Villa will finish 3rd. I don't know how we got there, but look.
I'm shocked. Seriously, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
And for me, I know we've got our lightweight athletic club player of the week coming up, and I'll let you do the honors to that because I think there's only one specific team that we can give it to, hopefully. But I want to raise a comment from Maresca.
Yeah.
And defensively last year we had Badiashile, we had Thiago Silva, we had Sassi, we had Chalaba, we had every single brother.
Yeah.
Every single brother in the youth squad that ended up eventually playing in that first team.
Yeah.
Wesley Fofana.
Yeah.
Maresca said he fell in love with him. I don't know how long that love affair has been going on for. Salam. Off the podcast, mate. But Wesley Fofana.
Yeah.
What are you seeing him? Do you think that, for me, I think he's undroppable, personally. I think, obviously, he had the injury last year, kept him out. But I think the performances so far he's having, especially in these last 2-3 games, mate, I think it's been class. And nothing below that is acceptable for me.
He's the OG star boy alongside Saliba when it came to centre backs. I remember they were both at Saint Etienne, and when we signed Saliba, I believe he was at Leicester. I think the season after, and you guys signed him on the back of his form there. Yeah, top centre back, very, very, very good centre back. And if he keeps going the way he is, builds up. I just think physically it needs a bit more work.
Okay.
Otherwise, his actual defensive ability,
tops,
technical wise, it's tops. Very similar to, I'll say it's the Saliba mold minus the physical side of it. That's pretty much all it is for me.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut you off, because I watch a lot more Chelsea than you do.
Yeah.
I think Fofana and Colwell, I think are very similar. The way they play, very calm under pressure, very good with the ball.
Yeah.
I think Colwell is a bit more physical than Fofana.
Yeah.
But I think Fofana has a better brain.
I agree. It's a Rolls Royce type centre back. I love using that term. Sorry.
Again, that's a very loose term that we throw out, Salam.
No, but when I say Rolls Royce, you kind of put it in that category in the sense of Rolls Royce meaning that it looks very easy to them.
Yeah.
That's when I say Rolls Royce.
There's no stress,
that's what
no
I mean.
pressure.
No, but that's because his technical ability and how his fundamentals are defending are so very good. So you put that aside. You got Colwell. It's very much, you think about it, I'm going to look at it as like Colwell's more Gabriel, where he's got that power, he's got that strength. He's a bull. Yep. And then Saliba and Fofana are very much in that similar mold. But I just don't think physically he's there yet. If I'm going to liken him to someone, it's more...
This is Fofana we're talking about.
Fofana, like Alaba?
Fofana's got more height.
But in the sense of the way
I agree.
that,
I agree. I think Alaba's a bit better on the ball. Yeah. But for me, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I see it. Yeah. Salam, I had the honours last week. Yeah. I gave it to the former Chelsea boy, CRH, Callum Hudson-Odoi. Salam, is it coming back to Stamford Bridge? Are we getting a trophy? Or what's your thoughts? Talk to me. Our lightweight athletic club player of the week is...
I've got 2 players in mind.
No, Salah, we just got to give it one. We just got to get it.
But because my let's just say, what's the word? Pushing, thriving potential behind this player that I think he's got.
Pushing, thriving potential?
Yes. I'm creating English. Our lightweight athletic club player of the week is Nicholas Jackson.
Oh my God, it's coming to Senegal. Yes. Well done. Hey, listen, we've slandered that brother before. Yeah. But fair play, Salam. I don't think for me there was another possible candidate. I think if Arsenal managed to get over the line, Raya was a shout, Saliba was a shout. For me, the whole back four was a shout. But because I think Chelsea got the result, he contributed 2 goals. And he got the assist
for Palmer's goal. Yeah. No, was it him? No. Was it?
I think it was. Yeah, it was.
It was.
So for me, I just think there was no other candidate. And I think if he keeps up this form, I saw a stat as well. He's got the most goals in
37 goals in like 100 games for Chelsea.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Also, keep doing what you're doing and use the code UBF15 for 15% on the Lightweight Athletic Club store.
That is true.
They've got some great products, some great wear, and it's obviously
Also,
seen at the front now.
I noticed as well the other week. So now they've actually opened up their warehouse in terms of the store, so that you can go in and actually check stuff out too.
Where's that at?
Near Preston's.
Beautiful.
So,
Okay.
check them out again. 15% off, mate. This stuff's actually really like genuinely really.
I reckon Calafiore will look good in their stuff.
Mate, listen, if Calafiore makes everything look good, makes football look good, makes clothes look good.
Oh God! Hopefully he can mask Luka Susic's club's performance at the moment. Real Sociedad. They're sitting 17th.
Real Sociedad.
Unfortunately,
Didn't we have them like top 4?
we'll move on from that. Side.
Yeah. Well, on to La Liga. Our La Liga roundup this week. I'll start off with Real Madrid versus Espanyol in a 4-1. What do you want to call it? Demolishing turmoil.
I slept in the first half.
Did you?
Yeah, because all 5 goals came in the second half. Salam.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually crazy if you think about it. 45 minutes, nothing's happening, and then imagine sleeping. Oh, that's crazy.
That's what I did.
That's
I
crazy.
timed it perfectly. Woke up in the 46th minute.
You expecting
And
0-0?
Vinny's there.
Vinny woke you up, mate?
No, God.
Anyway, so Courtois had a blunder in the first half.
God.
You know, he's not having blunders for me in FIFA, by the way. Courtois.
How much did FIFA 25 cost you?
That's just $129.
So we'll ask you again. How much did FIFA 25 cost you, Salam?
Yeah, Bellingham was involved in an equaliser for Real Madrid. His cross in Espanyol's box led to Dani Carvajal scoring a goal, and another one that's doing real well on my team. Unfortunately, he's gone for Lucy Bronze. But yeah, 1-1. Vinny assisted Rodrigo, who I still think that will be gone next season personally.
I agree.
Took a 2-1 lead. 3 minutes after that, Vinny got on the score sheet himself with a beautiful through ball by Mbappe. 3-1 Madrid. And guess what?
What, Salam?
Kylian got a penalty.
Oh, no way. He always does.
He made that 4-1. We'll go through a few stats. 73% of the ball for Real Madrid. They had a 4.46 XG. Crazy. They had 31 shots in that game.
Yep.
14 on target. 8 big chances and 12 successful dribbles. We don't need to go into Espanyol's too much. They basically just had 1 shot on target from 10. That's all I'm going to put there.
And Courtois' blunder.
Yeah.
Salam.
Yeah.
A club that we don't like to talk too much about, obviously because none of us are Barcelona fans, but Barcelona 5, Villarreal 1.
Yes.
I'm going to say it now, Salam. They're finishing second.
Barca.
Yep. Atletico Madrid are coming third. Gallagher's having a season though. 5-1 to Barcelona. Lamine Yamal. Did we see the assist?
He's a filthy player.
Did we see the assist?
Yeah.
Absolutely perfection. Charisma, eat your heart out. Luka, eat your heart out. Because the way Trivella just in front of Rafinha's job wasn't easy, by the way.
No.
On the bounce, gets it in for the 5th. My question to you is, did you see the challenge on him?
No.
Okay. Basically, kicks the ball in front of him. Villarreal played that, forgot the brother's name. Gets in front of him, studs up on the knee. Not a red. Not a red. The Barcelona players went crazy. I understand he's 17. Obviously, his muscles are still growing, adjusting. Very flexible at that age, don't get me wrong. But I think it is just... I think it's disgusting for me because you got to protect talent like that.
Yeah.
You have to. And there's no bias and no favoritism. I urge our viewers to go and watch that moment back. I forgot the time when it was, but watch that moment back because this is absolutely disgusting. For me, it should be a red card.
Yeah.
Clear as day, Salam.
Yeah.
Well, watch it yourself, please. After the podcast, watch it. It's an absolute disgusting act.
Yeah, look, I think it's hard. He's 17. You got to protect the youngsters. But all in all, that Barca team, look, it's looking good.
It is, man.
It is.
No, it is.
Rafinha's finally playing the way Barca expected him to.
Captain, though. What?
Rafinha.
Yes, brother.
Capitano.
El Capitano. What's happened there, though?
I have no clue, mate. Maybe he's standing up in the
From Leeds to Barca, and now he's captain. Him and Javi, mate. No comment.
No, what's his name?
Hansi. Hansi.
Look, I think
Germany and Brazil 7-1. I don't get how that works.
I think it's nice. Personally, you ask me, it's nice to see Barca kind of turn a page.
Okay.
All right. And I've said this to United fans before, and
go.
I've said this to you guys as well. Barca are taking the right steps in a rebuild. Keep what you mean as a club there. This is what it means to play for Barca. That does not change.
I agree.
The way you play football on the field changes.
Now, very early. No titles won yet.
No.
They only played 6 games. However,
Yes.
Hansi Flick has broken a record. Did you know?
What is it?
Out of their 6 opening games, they have got 18 out of 18 points.
Shit.
How long can they keep the undefeated streak for, Salam?
Till they play Real Madrid. That's what I think personally. And Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Big loss, man.
Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, brother.
The way,
No.
It's.
I just ate.
Oh no! Look, it wasn't pretty, but you don't ever want to see that happen to any player.
God,
It's not.
And I urge you now,
Yeah.
please, after the podcast, watch Lamels.
You don't want
He's
to lose.
very, very, very lucky that did not end up ugly.
We saw it enough with Jack Wilshere.
Yeah.
We saw it. Honestly, I see it too much with this guy here.
Relax, mate. Just because he's a star boy doesn't mean every week he's going to die.
No, but what I'm saying is the challenges that go on to these guys is not normal.
I agree. Samus Hazard at Chelsea when he was there.
Yeah, and even if you look at City, the way they play football. Mahrez was another one. Mahrez used to get chopped a lot. Sterling's another one. The way these guys play Martinelli pretty much almost done I think it was his knee or his ankle
In the first year. Yeah.
But while we move on to that, I do want to mention a few points.
Okay.
Mbappe at Real Madrid, how much do you actually think compared to, let's just say, I just think that Barca team's like very much inferior to Real Madrid at the moment.
Okay.
So that's from Liga.
Sorry, I was doing the Shaq meme with the... you think so, really?
Like, as in, they're second best by...
Paper, yes. Performances now, no.
Yeah. That's
Performances now, no. I'll be honest.
You look at the stardom at Real Madrid, Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, Vinny Jr. You look at these players there, and you compare it to who Barca have, a 17-year-old star boy. Dani Olmo, who's kind of looking to carve himself into the world-class style. Leiva's the only one there that can hold my hands and be like, you've done what you've needed to do in your career. You're that guy.
But we've seen this before, Salam. We've seen this before where squads try and build this all-star team, this Galacticos, as they would call it, and it hasn't worked.
We've seen it in the Prem. Man City and Arsenal. Man City have quite literally built a Galactico, but like the Premier League
and
version.
that's worked.
And it's worked. And then Arsenal have kind of gone out and bought players that work for that team, that work the manager how he wants to play.
Of course.
So it's kind of like...
Well, in that case, you should be supporting Barcelona, no?
I know. As an Arsenal fan, I should be supporting Barcelona. There's not many Arsenal fans you'll meet that actually support Real Madrid.
Oh.
But
you're just a unique specimen, aren't you?
I'm just unique in every single way.
Last thing before we move on to the UCL.
Yeah.
Robert Lewandowski.
Yeah.
Okay. He's slowly coming towards the end of his career. We can't be naive.
Yeah.
Who's that brother that you think can come in and do a job as a Barcelona type striker?
Kajokis.
Victor? You know who I think as well? Victor Osimhen. Or is it just the Oshala vibe that am I getting? I don't know. Same country.
I think so.
Both Nigerian strikers.
Yeah. I think that she's no longer there. She's in NWSL.
Yeah, I know.
I see Kajokis doing it, man.
See Victor?
He's like Liwa, yeah.
Did we see the goal in the Champions League?
The one that he scored.
Brother, bully the defender, turns it on a sixpence and goes bang.
He's basically gone F you to everyone that didn't sign him. No. The way he's playing this season, he's a man on a mission.
Yeah, bro.
And
I'll be honest, anything less than 100 million is a crime against humanity.
Yeah.
Anything less than 100 is a crime against humanity.
Because he's everything you need in a striker. Height, strength, pace, shooting, and passing, and power. He's got it all. He's like Haaland, but I can pass. Literally.
He's like Haaland, but I can dribble, in my opinion.
And move. Because he's a bit shorter, I think, than Haaland. He's about 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, Haaland 6'4", 6'5".
He's that brother's just... Anyway, let's not get back onto Haaland. But yeah, Kajokis for me. The only other one that could have done it, but he's gone to Atleti, is Julian Alvarez.
You know who, weirdly enough? Soloth.
I was about to say Soloth, but he's already... Yeah, I honestly thought about him. When you first said it, I was thinking
Alexander,
Soloth. They need a striker. They need a big striker.
Absolutely. I agree.
Because they don't have Vinny and Rodrigo who can play, kind of contribute goals on the side. Yeah, Rafinha scores here. Yeah, Yamal scores there. But they're not necessarily inside forwards.
Correct.
They're wingers.
But even if you look at Barca historically.
Yeah.
Okay, besides David Villa.
Yeah.
Eto'o, slippery fish. Zlatan. Viking.
TT.
TT. Not a conventional Barca player.
Suarez.
Suarez. All these players have worked.
Yeah.
I think Victor fits the mold for me, and I also think Soloff possibly and Osimhen possibly for me.
See, Griezmann should have fit the mold.
I don't like Griezmann. We'll move on there.
No. Griezmann should have fit the mold. He should have. But I think some players just you gotta have that attitude to play. You gotta have that Barca arrogance.
I agree.
You gotta be able to walk in and like
Yellow button. No one with us.
literally,
That's the arrogance.
Like we're better than you. You gotta that's kind of the arrogance.
Appreciate that.
Mate, Barca is not better than anyone, but that's just the false narrative they tend to create for themselves. And
I agree.
you know, after 20 to 30 years, maybe 40 of having teams like Figo, Ronaldinho, Nazario at one point, Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets. Yeah, I get it. There's a lot of history there. But that's got to change. And I think having someone like Gayokis, and like even you suggested, Soloth would have been good.
Okay.
But look, it is what it is.
Going on to my favourite competition.
Mm-hmm.
Same with our board, Joel's favourite competition as all the boys there. The UEFA Champions League. The champions. That was very good, Salam. We should enter the choir. Now, there's some certain stars of the round. For me, the brother that encapsulated that round was Florian Wirtz. That brother there, got him on the jersey in the back of my Germany kit. Number 17 playing for Germany. He got the number 10 this year at Leverkusen. Your underdog pick, which I like, and I'm seeing. For me, Salam, that brother is incredible. That brother, fun fact, he's got his first Champions League goal in that game as well. You know, never scored in the Champions League before.
That's crazy.
Because they didn't play last year.
They played the Europa League, mate.
Hey, what a brother, but
Yeah.
what a brother. Techie. That's the word I'll describe him with.
That Leverkusen team, though, this season is fighting a different battle.
Yeah, what's Boniface's celebration? Is he trying to do a different venture, or is it just a different battle? Salam?
He's just trying to show us that we don't want to pack him in.
I think him and Douglas Costa are going down
that route.
No comment?
Possibly. Look, no, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. We'll leave Boniface conversation there. That what you're talking about is for a different podcast. So that's for the Boniface podcast. But yeah, anyway, Leverkusen are on a different fight this year. They're clearly the way they're playing, how they're going into games. They were down, I believe, twice against Wolfsburg on the weekend, and they came back twice.
Do you want to know the first YouTube comment I saw? Yellow button. They've done it again. They've done it again.
That's fine.
It's unbelievable. Sorry, Salah. Wow.
Look, I like it. It's showing fight.
I like it.
I like a team that can fight. And
Me too.
And when it comes to Wolfsburg, or as the Germans say, of Wolfsburg, they're a top team.
I love them, I agree. Thank you.
But how long can they hold on for? How long can they do this? And I've seen it with my own team, and you've probably seen it with yours as well. You can go 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 10 games coming from behind in most of those. But it's going to get to that one game where you just can't.
Yep.
You concede that first goal. And instead of scoring, bringing it back, you concede a second, and second becomes a third, and the third becomes a fourth. And then it's all over. And the shit goes downhill. People get frustrated. They went undefeated last year.
Yep. Except for Atalanta.
But in the league in general, bro, like we were fortunate enough to, I know, again, very different level. We played in a team that won. We never lost.
Yeah.
Can you imagine we lost the game?
Morale dead.
Shit would
Especially
hit the
before
fan.
the final.
Yeah, shit would hit the fan. You look at the locker room when you've gone on and won so many games in a row. You lose that one game, gone.
Everything derails.
Gone. But yeah, we'll see how they go. I still think they're my underdog. I think they can go far. But on to another German team, Bayern München.
Oh, we move on from this one.
Yeah.
We move on from this one.
We're moving on from. Why you don't want to talk about Bayern München?
Yeah, they're a good team. They got Josip Stanisic. Unfortunately, the brother's injured.
Harry Kane scored 4 goals. 3 out of the 4 goals in this Champions League.
Who did they verse?
Dinamo Zagreb. What country are they from, Thomas?
They're from Croatia, Salam.
Ooh.
But luckily, I follow Hajduk Split, Salam. So for me, I'm completely removed this scenario. Carry on.
That's all right. So Kane beat Wayne Rooney's 30-goal record among English players in the Champions League this season. Thomas Muller appeared in his 152nd Champions League match for Bayern Munich, breaking none other than ex-Barcelona manager Xavi's record for most matches with one club for the Champions League. That was 151 for Barcelona. So
going on, that's an amazing record, by the way. Going on to a player that I can see breaking records and possibly earning a transfer fee is Jamie Gittins.
Yes.
Did we see the goal?
Yes.
No,
is that the bloke from Borussia Dortmund?
Mate, 3 German teams today. They're popping off.
Bro.
Wow.
Even 2 weeks ago, I think we spoke about it.
Yes.
He scored 2 goals a few weeks. He's just an amazing player.
As a sub, by the way.
I said 60, 70 million a few
Yeah,
weeks ago.
yeah,
That might
yeah.
go closer to 90. If they got that much
after
for
those 2
Sancho.
goals.
Yeah. If they got that much for Sancho a few years ago, I think they could.
I think he's a quicker version of Sancho.
He's a better Diaby.
So you think Sancho's more techie than him?
Sancho's more techie than him.
I think.
He's closer to a Martinelli than a Saka.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Great comparison.
Yeah. Like if you were to take, for example, I'm using Martinelli because he's very similar because he likes to take players on. He's just a bit more straight with his attack.
Gittins is a better finisher. From what I've seen. It's very minimal.
Yeah.
It's very minimal.
He's less Brazilian. Effectively. Okay. Yeah. Like
well, Martinelli is Brazilian.
Yeah. But there's not as much, let's just say, flair with Gittins and there is a Martinelli or a Diaby.
Yeah.
I think he's better example, Mane. But a bit more techie.
Okay. Yeah.
I just see him as a player that could almost be more of an inside forward.
I agree. I don't like that too.
You don't like it?
No. Do you know what I love though? Moving on.
Yeah.
AS Monaco. Brother, wow. So the Champions League, Barca's first game doesn't start well. Fuck, they're not a Champions League team.
Barca.
Sorry, no
No
offense.
longer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Salam, wow. 2-1. Thoughts?
F Barca.
Moving spectacularly on to possibly F Arsenal. Sorry, no offense. Arsenal versus Atalanta. 0-0. Again, I went to sleep. David Raya. Now, this is where I wanted to give the Raya appreciation. You said top 20 Ballon d'Or. I'm going to go you one better. Top 15. I'm going to go serious.
The way he's playing, oh my, every game, bro. You know the goal that Stone scored?
Yeah.
He almost got a hand.
Yeah, he got a hand.
Bro.
If that was 10 yards out, it would have went over the bar.
He's crazy.
Yeah, it's not normal.
Look, again, I'm nowhere near, I've played in goals. I haven't played to that level. But do you know how hard it is to get up that quickly?
Of course it is. It's not normal.
Like, you look
It's not
at
normal.
most keepers in the league can't do that.
Can I say something which is very, very rarely used on the podcast? He's a cat.
It's an absolute cat.
He's an absolute cat.
Yeah.
No, seriously, he is, mate. Lawrence Thomas and David Raya.
Same.
That's what I'm gonna
Same,
that's
but
what I'm
different.
You know what else is same but different?
What?
The same results, Salam. Man City versus Inter, 0-0.
Inter Milan did not come to play football.
Yeah, Inter Milan parked 3 semi-trailers and a possibly bus in goals.
I was about to say, I saw a few planes, a couple buses, a few semi-trucks.
I saw a train.
I saw your car in there somewhere. I'm like, they just pulled it over, put the Mazda in there.
I've just got a sedan, guys.
Mate.
Now listen, we've heard this term. Cole Palmer's goal against Wolves apparently got voted goal of the round by the commentator. I want to say something right now. The goal that we witnessed,
Yeah.
from Sporting,
Yeah.
in round 1, cancel the award, cancel the nominations, give it to the brother now. 30 metres out, first time, right peg,
Yeah.
bang.
Bullet.
That's a bullet, arrow, rocket, whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
brother. And that's in the top corner.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Salam, mate. Personally, for me, I haven't seen a better goal in 2-3 years. I'm going to call it right now.
I agree. And we've seen Calafiore's goal on the weekend, man. It's beautiful.
Not even in the same conversation.
But look,
Not even in the same
it's the way
conversation.
the lead up to that goal as well. I
course
remember
it was, bro.
it was beautiful, and it's a shame. Had that been a Phil Foden scoring that, or I don't know, Vinny Jr., Kylian Mbappe, it'd be all over everywhere.
Mate, I reckon he'll even make the Australian front page. Salam.
Probably,
Speaking of Australia, the ex-Wanderers coach, the ex-Perth Glory coach, and the ex-Bomber Victory coach, after many stints in Europe and after a relaxing holiday in Croatia, he has finally made his way to the top job in the nation. Big clap for Tony Popovic.
Now,
Thoughts?
a lot of people, let's just say, it turned a few heads. I think a lot of people questioning the appointment. A lot of people have seen the past and how he runs his teams in the sense of the way he picks them. I think it's a different era. I think we're going to see a lot more experience, obviously.
I agree.
But at the same time, you can't look past players like Aaron Kunda. He won't. Trust me, he won't. He's not dumb enough to leave him out.
No. We're talking about a brother with the pedigree of one premiership play.
Yeah.
We're talking about a brother that secured Wanderers and built the club up from the bottom.
Yeah.
There was a PowerPoint presentation, Slum. I'm not sure if you're aware. Within the first 6 weeks of the club meeting, we had 7 players at the time. We didn't have a training ground. We didn't have any facilities.
Yeah.
He created a PowerPoint with premiership points. Sorry, premiers, points, and I think eventually, I think it was play style, premiers, points.
Yeah.
Premiers after 6 weeks. That's how much belief he had in that squad. I think he's going to instill so much belief in this squad. I think he's going to add a reliable head and reliable experience, which I think is going to tend to your point of more experience in the squad. My only concern is that he technically, I think, is a bit more defensively minded. Being a centre back himself, I think that he's going to work so much off the ball rather than on the ball. And I think in this generation that we have, we're blessed. Cool, Iraconda, Martin Boyle, Jackson Irvine, Ivan Dale, all the brothers up front. Mitch Duke, Barello. I think Duke and Barello will work perfectly under him. But I think he's going to be focusing a lot on that defensive, solidifying that defence.
Yeah.
And I think hopefully he can still get the best out of Iraconda, Kwal, etc., etc.
I'll tell you where this benefits us. People need to realise that at the end of the day, our focus right now is the World Cup. Okay. When you get to that World Cup, you are going to be the inferior team in most of those games.
If we get to the World Cup.
Let's just say we get there, theoretically. And I think we should be able to.
Of course we should.
Because what this does compared to playing under Graham Arnold is that when you come up against a Bangladesh or let's just say a Bahrain or those teams that you should be beating, Indonesia, you should be beating. It means that you've worked on your defensive side of the game much, much better than you have under Graham Arnold, which means that let's just solidify. Instead of conceding that 1 goal or 2 goals there, you got the clean sheet. Worst case scenario, you pick up that point and you go from there.
We've tried that approach, Salam. We've tried that approach under Arnold. And Arnold, don't get me wrong, defensively solid as well.
But I couldn't tell you what he's going for.
I agree.
That's the thing. With Popovic, and I've seen a lot of the clips with him coaching teams in the dressing room, all he asks for is effort. You try. You show him that you care. You show him that you want to be on the field. He'll give you 110%. He'll he said it as well. I think he was talking to the Melbourne Victory boys. He said, whatever you need.
I can accept the shit training,
yes,
but I will not accept shit standards. No. And I agree with that. There's a clip as well with the Wanderers. The players were begging to faint. They actually preferred to faint rather than to actually do his fitness regime. That's how hard he goes with fitness. That's how hard he goes with defensive principles off the ball, getting into shape, getting into your 2 blocks of floor. Yeah. He likes to play a 4-2-3-1. That's what was really, really used at the Wanderers. Yeah. So I see that similar formation and play style and how they want to play transported into the Socceroos. Yeah. So that's my only concern. But fitness-wise, Salam, we've always been known for our strength, and I think he's going to slowly tap back into that, which for me is not really a problem.
I think having Irankunda, given that he'll be a few years older by the time we get to that World Cup, let's just say.
2 years, not much.
You've got yourself the striker you need. If you're going to play defensive football, you need a fucker up front that's just going to be able to just freaking get him behind and use his power and use his strength.
Is that wrong?
I know, part of my French, but that's probably the best way to explain it.
I agree.
We've got a lot of, I call them meh players. They're just in between a few different styles. I don't like that.
Okay.
Like you've got, players like, let's respect to him, like you got your Dukes and your Irvines, which, unless you've got a real creative force behind them.
I agree.
They struggle.
I agree.
Okay. With Popovic, they were probably missing one more solid midfielder defensively.
Yeah. For me, Rogic was a big loss. When he retired, massive loss. I think for me, our goal is to get Aiden Hustich back.
And we haven't replaced Moy either.
God, no. But that's a brother playing the Prem. The first 100%. Brother since Cahill, Viduka, etc. Yeah. Massimo Luongo, my apologies as well this year. But for me, we need to get Hustich back.
Yes.
We need to get Hustich back. That brother, wow. Yes, I've heard some attitude problems, but picture this. Boyle, Irankunda, Hustich, Duke. It's not bad.
No,
that's not bad.
And you're about to see this season in the A-League, and I can see it already. You're going to see a lot of youth.
Of course, yeah.
You're going to see a lot of fresh blood coming in, and I think that he's going to keep on that. We're talking a coach that has coached in this country before on an A-League basis. So he knows that there is talent here. A lot of other coaches that we had prior, I think Graham Arnold was one, overlooked the Australian side of football. If you played outside of Australia, Tom, if you went and played at, I don't know, Hajduk Split tomorrow.
Ooh, let's fix that. Hajduk
Split tomorrow.
I'm in the squad.
Graham Arnold picks you in the squad.
I'll take that.
Mate, if Jules behind the camera turns around and plays for, I don't know.
AS Roma.
Forget AS Roma. It's Serie B.
Okay.
Serie B.
Serie B, mate. Serie B.
I'm about to say Serie C. He'd be in Australian squad tomorrow. That's Graham Arnold's biggest problem. He went for the names.
I agree.
It's like the bloke that plays FIFA And would rather have 88 Renard than have 82 Van de Ven, who...
Or the brother that sinks points into FIFA.
Yeah. Like some other people in the room. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Salam, before we go,
Yeah.
I have possibly come across the greatest footballing video that I've ever seen. And it's not a montage of Cole Palmer, guys. It's football in terms in a different light.
Yeah.
Now, this is not our idea, but we want to shed light on it to Bar Brothers. A couple of boys in the UK, they've got their own little podcast. We'll tag them in our socials. Hopefully, we can collaborate with them one day. But Bar Brothers, we've got to give you credit for this video. Salam, you haven't seen it, correct?
I haven't, no.
So I'm going to introduce to what it is basically. It's basically football terms in a different light.
Yeah.
So you've got the normal terms, but I want you to think of it in a... Now, let's use a correct word here.
Innuendo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Innuendo, Salam. Great word. So I'm going to kick it off with, he don't want it.
What doesn't he want?
I'm going to leave that up to you. He don't want it, Salam.
So it's like, get it in the box. Or get him in the box.
What about man on?
Get him in behind.
Do you know the craziest one? Touch me.
Touch me. Oh no. Who knew football could be such
Such a risque sport.
I thought that Arsenal back 10 was the filthiest thing I've seen all weekend. Thomas, you might have just stopped it there.
Right, beat your man.
Beat your man. Hey, that's
Sorry, I can't. What about have you ever tried to play a ball, Salam, and you've seen me on the other side screaming, spread it?
Oh, spread it. What am I spreading?
You ever see me say, I'm open on the side?
Yeah, I've seen all the time. Spread it, spread it.
I'm open, Salam, I'm open.
For fuck's sake. Oh, dear Lord.
What about in the grand final, Salam? We were down 3-1, yeah? Sorry, we were up 3-1. And there's a couple of corners, Salam, getting out. Did you hear me on the bench? Because I was on the bench, guys. Did you hear me saying, get it out, Salam? But it was in urgency. Get it out, Salam. Get it out, Salam. Have you ever been in a scenario where you had to get it out?
I was about to get it out in a second. But yeah, there's a lot of them. Let me think of another one. Yeah, I think beats put it in the box.
What about slip me in, Salam?
Slip me in. Oh, you boys have any?
Axe thoughts?
Nah, ref, they're playing offside.
Oh no. Jules?
Oh God, here we go.
Remember PG, mate?
Oh, you know what? You know when you score a goal, and but you don't know. It's like, did it even go in?
Did it even go in?
Salam, I've been in a couple of situations where, let's say I'm doing a task.
Yeah.
All right, I'm doing a task and I've really got to go. But I've done the task, Salam.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I'm checking my watch, I'm going, ref, how long?
How long?
Going, how long, ref, do I have to do this for, Salam?
You know what? You know what? I like that it go. Did it even go in?
Listen, I've got two more for you. This is my favourite that Bar Brothers said. I can't even say it before I cry. Have you ever faced a player, Salam, that is just so good that sometimes you just have to double team the brother?
Damn. Fuck.
Have you ever been in a scenario like that, Salam? Or?
Double team the man?
Yeah, double team the man, bro.
Oh, mate. All the time. I'm always telling you to double team in my left back.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Salam, give us your final one. A bit of a one that Bar Brothers didn't mention, and I'll give my favourite that I haven't mentioned, Salam.
You go first. Let me think. Gotta think of a good one. I've already said that two that I thought of on the spot.
Now, my coach, Salam, back in the day, kept telling me this famous phrase, and it's quite common in Sunday League, and obviously can be used in different places and walks of life, Salam. Sometimes you just got to get your head on the thing, Salam.
Oh, no. Get your head on what?
Obviously, the cross coming in the box, Salam. Salam, it's one of these ones. Ready? Mouth closed and just go, boom, bang.
Get your head on it.
You know what I mean, Salam? Get your head on it.
Oh.
What about yourself, Salam? Oh, dear God.
Entertain the fans for a second.
What about 50-50? Sometimes you're unsure in life. You just got to go.
You gotta go.
You got to get in that 50-50, Salam.
You do.
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, I've got one. Hold on.
Oh, God. What about release? Release. Just got to release sometimes, Salam. Just got to get it out.
Put me on top. No.
We've been on top a couple of times this year with football. Salam, round undefeated. We take the lead early. We get on top.
No. Watch the ball. Long balls. Make sure you grab it. Get your hands to it.
You don't want it.
Get your hands on it.
You don't want it.
Salam. We're gonna.
I think we'll end it there because I think Bar Brothers, and we'll obviously link the clip in our socials. But Bar Brothers, thank you for the inspiration. I think we've added our little Aussie twang on it.
We have.
And our little Sunday league experiences to it. But I think that is an interesting concept. And for me, I think I don't think I'll view football ever the same, Salam.
No. Every time Martin Tyler screams, he's put it in a box. I'm just going to think twice now. So,
trust me, you will never hear me say that on the field again, Salam. That's it's interesting. Oh, he's got one more. He's got one more racked up in his brain.
Oh, I grabbed it.
What'd you grab, Salam?
The ball.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like goalkeeping ones as well.
I think we'll leave the goalkeeping ones to a later episode, Salam.
I feel like I'm like there's one that's like glaring at me. I'm just not.
Glaringly obvious. What about how's your touch?
It's great.
with your hands or with your feet?
With whatever you like, mate.
And on that note, we have been the UBF podcast. Salam, been a special. Jesus Christ, been a brilliant episode as per usual. Thank you for joining me as my fellow co-host.
Oh, thank you, mate. It's been a pleasure to be here today.
Before we go, Salam,
yes.
We've got a special announcement. Next week, we possibly have a special guest on. It's not from Chelsea. It's not from Arsenal. It's from another Big Six club. We won't reveal who that club is. We'll let that man walk in. And
I reckon we reveal it this time.
We can reveal it this time, Salam.
We reveal it this
Is he
time.
in the door ready to come in?
No, unfortunately, he's probably asleep at this time of night. So, who we have on next week? So, we've been fortunate enough to meet over the last couple of weeks the Manchester United Supporters Club of New South Wales, the official one.
Wow.
And we met Mark over the weekend.
We have. Mark's role in the club is?
Mark's is the chairman of the Manchester United Supporters
Wow.
Club. Obviously, seen a lot of Manchester United over his time, and he's truly talked to us about his experiences, where he's been, who he's met, who he's talked to.
Stories.
It's amazing, and
Insane.
we confirmed on the weekend we're going to have him on, and we're going to have Adam as well on from the Manchester United Supporters Club. That he works alongside him there.
Absolutely.
So they're going to be on next week. We're going to chat a lot of United. You're probably going to see me give them a lot of shit because I was doing that to Manchester United fans.
And obviously, I'm going to press them for some amazing stories. Hopefully, we'll get some signed stuff in. I'm joking, guys. But no, they're going to have some amazing stories to tell. And if those stories so far that we've been told are anything to come by on this podcast, guys, you got to tune in. It's going to be amazing. Trust me, even if you're not a United fan, even if you're not a United fan, tune in because they have some cracker stories.
Yeah, and obviously their perspective on United, and it's always nice to see what people think of Ten Hag. So, but I think we'll leave it there. I'm excited for next week. And
should be good.
It should be good, Thomas.
Should be good. Salam, I'll see you on Saturday. We've got something planned on Saturday, Salam.
Yeah, we'll leave that for the socials. That will hide. We can't tell a lot of people about that one. I think we just got to pop up on the day. But anyway, look, I've been Abs.
I've been Thomas, and we have been
the United by Football Podcast.
Ciao.
Ciao.